Hello, so for today's video we're going to be talking about my 2025 favourites. I know it's a little bit early for this, but I thought with Black Friday coming up, sort of like Christmas sales, January sales, things like that, if you were like tempted a little bit and like you saw this video and you're thinking, okay, well I'll sort of purchase it. So yeah, I thought I'd do it a little bit early. There isn't a ton of makeup products, just because I've been a bit sort of what's the word I'm looking for, like a bit of a makeup slump. So yeah, I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. So yeah, these are the products that I've been loving as sort of like crept their way into my heart a little bit. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so the first product is the Patrick Tar. This is the Major Diminish Free palette. So this is the all matte eyeshadow palette. So this is what she looks like. So you get two creams and it comes with like a little fold, and then obviously you have all your powders. So you have like cooler shades and then some warmer shades. So I feel like it's got a good mix of everything that you will need. Truly stunning palette. I know it looks like I barely touched it, but I have used this a good few times. You'll see throughout my channel when I'm using it and stuff. And it barely like makes a dent. It is very pigmented, so I dab a little bit off on a towel when I use it, or just tap a bit off, whatever you sort of preferred. Yeah, truly beautiful. I think I bought the the Major Diminish 2 palette, and I haven't played with it as much as this one. I just feel like all mattes is just a really good palette to have, a really good staple. I know he has the smaller, I think they come in 6 palettes, so obviously if this is a little bit more expensive and you're like, not really tempted, don't have all the shades I like, then maybe look at the 6 ones, because honestly they are truly beautiful and I highly recommend. Next up we have the Charlotte Tilbury. So this is their Rock and Kohl like eye pencil in Eye Cheat. So it's literally just like a creamy kind of off-white eyeliner. Super pretty. I had to sharpen it today and I already need sharpening because I've used it now, and I just love how it looks on the eyes. It's not too white, it's not too stark, just really opens them up a little bit. Yeah, beautiful. So I couldn't decide between this one and the Hourglass, but I have decided on this one. So this is the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas. So I have it pan, but I've basically just been going at the same bit. I feel like if I was to do it at the top, it'd look like I haven't touched it. But yeah, first of all, I want to say I'm not a primer girly. I'm very much like, doesn't really do much for me. I will admit that I am oily quite in the T-zone, so this is where I'll usually put this. Or if I have an event where I might be like a little bit sweaty, so like concerts where I'm jumping up and down and singing and whatnot, I'll put it all over the face. Yeah, it's just truly beautiful. Like it'll hold the oils at bay, and also I wouldn't say like it like covers my pores or hides my imperfections, but on camera and in picture I definitely see a huge difference. In like face-to-face real life, I honestly don't see that much of a difference, but yeah, really recommend. Obviously with things like these you only need one. Like I'm not going to be like, yeah, you need like all of these others when they do exactly the same thing. So the Hourglass one is like their airbrush vanish, is it airbrush? I can't remember. They've got like the airbrush and the vanish range, but it's one in the white bottle. No, it's not. It's a glass bottle. It's see-through and it's white with the gold lid. But yeah, so really it's sort of preference. I think this one is a slight bit better, but that could all change my opinion in like a year's time. I could have finished this and be like, no, I prefer the Hourglass one. But when I finish both, like I'd just purchase one or the other, or yeah, I wouldn't go ahead and purchase both of them. But yeah, really good. Next up we have the Saie. So this is the, I really can't see about my eyeglasses. My glasses on. The Glow Super Gel in Star Glow. Yeah, this has been really good. I like this underneath foundation. I actually haven't used it on top. I don't know if you can. You probably could like just put it on like the high points of your face as a little bit of highlighter, but I use this on the cheeks just to give me a really nice glow. I won't use it when I'm like going to be like at a concert really sweaty and stuff like that, because the oils just come through and everything and I don't need more oil or more glow. So yeah, I really like this. Another good one is from Vive. I think I prefer this one if I'm honest. Super beautiful bottle, it's glass, yeah, just just really stunning. It looks so good on the skin. Next up we have the Makeup Revolution. This is their Skin Silk Luminous Serum Foundation in the shade F3. This is a pretty good shade match for me, I'd say. So when I order another foundation, I typically go off of this one. This is so beautiful. Really not expensive at all either. And what I like about this is, even though it's like a serum foundation, so you're going to think, oh, actually it's not really going to cover a lot, I'd say it's like a light medium. It covers like a good amount of skin. It looks like skin. It looks really good. And like I said, because I'm a sweaty girly, if I sweat and this comes off, it's like you can't really tell. Like when I wear a full coverage foundation, get the upper lip sweat, if that comes off, you're like, yeah, you can see the difference. With this, you don't. So I love wearing these. I love wearing this foundation to concerts. Yeah, so beautiful. Next up we have the Huda Beauty. This is their Faux Filter Corrector in Cherry Blossom. Yeah, just really good at covering sort of like dark circles a little bit and brightening the under eye. There's really not much to say about it apart from that it's amazing. Yeah, it does what it needs to do. So yeah, obviously they have a really good range as well. Yeah, just really good. Next up we have the Nudestix. So this is the Nudie Matte, and it is an all over face bronzer, and this is in the shade Bondi Bay. Yeah, so my friend got married not last year, year before, and the makeup artist used this, and I was like, oh, like this has been on my wish list for a little while, and I really liked it. It is just super gorgeous. It doesn't run too orange on me either, so when I use it, I'm like, this is just absolutely perfect. Really good bronzer, really good for warming the skin. So you get a little brush, which I haven't ever used, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, you can pop this off, so it's a bit easier to clean, so it's not attached to this. But to be honest, it feels like a good brush. Typically I would sort of use, obviously, a brush in general, it kind of has this like texture to it, but yeah, I don't know, just personally not for me. And then obviously the bronzer's just on the other side. Yeah, really beautiful. It makes me want to try like their blush and their like liquid or cream highlighter if you wish, rather than liquid. So yeah, just so beautiful. Okay, so next up we have from Rose Inc. This is their lip and cheek colour in Anemone, and this is what she looks like. So they are refillable. You can literally just go and they pop right out. Someone pointed it out that it looks like a little toilet lid, which I find so funny, and now I sort of can't unsee it. But yeah, super gorgeous colour, comes with a lovely mirror. Obviously, who's the model? Rose, I can't think of her last name, but she used to obviously own the brand, and now she stepped away. So now it's just like, you know, like Kat D, it's like now KVD. So it's kind of like that situation. I don't think she was there that long before she stepped away, like from her own makeup line. But yeah, they do some really gorgeous products. Their highlighters are really good as well. Their bronzer, I'm still trying to play around with, but I definitely highly recommend their blushes. Really good, super pigmented, just look dewy on the skin, look good. Yeah. What's not to love about this blush? Next up we have the Huda Beauty powder. So I have the little mini one. So this is their Baby Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder in Pound Cake. Yet again, when my friend got married, she used this on me. Oh, so good. So I just bought the little mini. They have changed the packaging since, but people are like, oh, it's so annoying. So you flick this up, you turn it, and then you get a little powder puff. You can tip this out pretty easy. You can tip it on the brush, you can tip it on a palette. I personally don't really have that many issues with it, but obviously now it comes in a like new packaging that she's changed it to, so you just pop the lid off. I just bought the mini because it takes me forever to get through makeup products, and I'm like, there's no reason for me to buy the big one. So yeah, I stuck with the mini. Now they changed the packaging, people might be more tempted by the mini, but yeah, just super good powder. Just really like mattes everything down, looks perfect on the skin, and I don't have perfect skin either, so I just feel like when I put this on, I'm like, oh, I look like airbrushed. So yeah, really good powder. Then we have the Pat McGrath. This is their Sublime Perfecting Blurring Under Eye Powder, and this is in the shade Light. You can't really see, I don't think, on camera, but there has been like a little bit of a dent here, like it's like not as domey anymore. Yeah, super beautiful. Like especially on the under eyes, if you find that it can get a little bit drying under there, I feel like it'd be perfect just for anyone's skin. If you're oily, if you're dry, anything, it's just a super beautiful powder. And they come in a range of like different colours. I'm pretty sure they do like translucent as well. I just picked up light because it was the only one in stock and I was like, I'm really not that bothered about translucent. So yeah, just a beautiful little powder. I know some people use this all over the face as well, so obviously they go through it quicker, but I just personally use this on the under eyes. Would I use this all over the face? I'm unsure. I feel like I don't know, like I just prefer how the Huda Beauty powder looks. So yeah, but there's nothing wrong with obviously using the Huda under the eyes as well. It's just I bought this and I just really like this as another one. Next up we have the Melt Cosmetics. So this is their Digital Dust Highlighter in Stargazer. You can see that the pattern is starting to come off in the middle. This is super gorgeous. I feel like people keep sleeping on Melt Cosmetics. They've been around for ages. They do such great products. Yeah, this highlighter is literally got no glitter in it, because I know that is a big thing for people and it is also a big thing for me. But if I've got glitter on the eyes, I'm not overly bothered about glitter on the face. But yeah, obviously some people are like, no, I literally want no glitter whatsoever. And I can guarantee you this is Ellie's seal of approval with no glitter in it. Yeah, it just looks really natural on the skin. You can build it up to be really blinding if you like. But it's like that soft, like clean girl aesthetic kind of highlight if you wish. Yeah, super beautiful. I'd use this for like, you know, like I look like this, sort of quite minimal, just popping this on. Yeah, I just feel like it's like an all in all good highlighter, good date one, good going to work one. Yeah, like it's just feel like it's really universal for every makeup that you want to do essentially. So yeah, truly stunning. Next up we have the Makeup Forever Artist Colour Pencil in Wherever Walnut in 606. You've probably seen a lot of people talk about this. I'm pretty sure I saw Sabrina Carpenter talk about it and I was like, fine, say less, I'll buy it. Yeah, stunning. Like one of the best lip liners that I've personally used, colour wise, everything. It is just beautiful. And also their artist colour pencils, so you can use them wherever. You can use them on the eyes, the lips, brows, whatever. And Kohl Beauty have like this, well I think it's everywhere, but Kohl Beauty is where I got it from. They have like a little stack and you can get multiple colours and you do get Wherever Walnut in it. They come in like little minis. So if you're like interested and that's on sale, I'd say go for that as a trial. And then obviously once you've finished that, you can obviously purchase a big one if you like, or there might be some other ones that you prefer on the lips. I'm a bit unsure, like I haven't like put it on the lips and then put it in my eye personally, but I feel like if you've done the lips, sharpen it and then do the eyes like sanitary and that would be okay. But just make sure that you do sharpen it, or just one for the lips, one for the eyes, I guess. But yeah, truly just stunning colour. Next up we have the Rimmel Lasting Finish Lip Liner in 705 Cappuccino. So this is a little bit of a cooler shade. So personally I do like a warm tone, but every now and then I do like a cool tone like eye look, and then I'm like, well really I don't want a warm lip because I feel like they off balance sometimes for me. So this is just that perfect shade. It's Rimmel, you can get it from Superdry, you can get it from Boots. It's just really good, lasts long on the lips. Yeah, just a really good lip liner. Then we have the Hourglass. These are their glossy balms, and this is specifically in the shade Desire. I think I have used other ones that I have, but Desire has been my most like go-to one. Yet again, I'm pretty sure Sabrina Carpenter talked about these. I already had I think 3, and then I can't remember if she spoke about Desire or of a different one. I'm not too sure, but yeah, it enticed me to obviously buy the shade that she likes. So yeah, just truly stunning. Obviously you can get these anywhere. I'm not saying you have to get Hourglass, but if you are tempted, usually around Christmas they'll do them like in a duo. So obviously if you like both shades, I highly recommend to pick those up. That's what I got. I think not last year, year before, I picked up the duo because I was like, I will literally use both shades of these. Yeah, I just really recommend the Hourglass ones personally. But yeah, super glossy, looks super good. It's pigmented. It's just stunning. I absolutely love. Then last up we have the NYX. So this is their Fat Oil Lip Drip, and this is in the shade Follow Me Back. Yeah, obviously there's loads of shiny lip products out there in these days, but this is just so good. Like if I've got a nudie lip on, I haven't used it today, I used the Maybelline like lifter gloss in Sun God, I think it is. This makeup look will be up on my channel at some point as well, but yeah, I usually go, oh, let me reach for that NYX one. It's just, yeah, it's super gorgeous. It feels really good on the lips. It's got a nice fat doe foot applicator. And when your lips sort of wear off during the day, I literally just happy to put a little bit of this on. Like say, like I'm like, I haven't got time to go to the bathroom and do like a full lip. I'll literally just go boom, 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 and it like, yeah, just restores the lips a little bit, adds a little bit of colour, adds that oil back, adds that shiny goodness back that we love so much. So yeah. Okay, so this is the end of the video. Yeah, just obviously some of my 2025 favourites. Yeah, I'm very excited for 2026 and just hopefully keeping up with the YouTube channel and doing more. So I hope you enjoyed. Next up we have the Rose Ink. So this is the Leap